Hi everyone, it's Julie here, and today we are talking all about toners, what they are, why they matter, and how to choose the right one for your skin. So I think it's one of those products that I thought was going to be easy to talk about, but it often gets misunderstood and skipped out altogether out of skincare routines. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why you need one and which type of toner, yes, there's more than one, might be perfect for you. So it's a bit of a Q&A session really with the most popular questions that I get asked. So first question is, what is a toner? So basically they're liquid skincare. And you use them after cleansing and before moisturizing or before your serum. And their job is to rebalance your skin. So they'll sweep away any leftover cleanser or impurities. They're going to prepare your skin to absorb the next step in your skincare routine, like serums and moisturizers. So think of a toner as that little bridging step between cleansing and treating your skin. So going back in history, where did toners come from originally? So yeah, a little history lesson here for you. And I don't know if, like me, I was a teenager in the 80s, and I think toners were very, very different then. They were created decades ago, and they were designed originally to remove any residue left behind by the old-fashioned harsh soaps. So we'd have the really harsh soaps. We'd all wash our face with soap and water, wouldn't we, in the bathroom? And cleansers then were very alkaline, and bar cleansers still can be. So they stripped the skin of its natural oils and disrupted the pH of the skin. And then we'd use a toner, which weren't much better really, because they were mostly alcohol based, really, really astringent. They were designed to tighten the pores and leave your skin feeling squeaky clean. Not great. So thankfully skincare has evolved, and today most toners are so much more gentle and quite sophisticated now. So they're all about nourishing, balancing and hydrating your skin, not drying your skin out. So what does a toner actually do for your skin? They've got a few key benefits. They will help to restore your skin's natural pH after cleansing your skin. Talked about it a little bit before, but often cleansers can still be a little bit alkaline, and they're going to just restore that natural pH of your skin. And they also, I think this is most useful for me, they remove any last traces of cleanser, oil or makeup that might linger. If I use a toner after my cleanser, I still manage to get some dirt off. They say they refine and tighten your pores. Not too sure about that. We'll talk a bit more about it. And most importantly, really, they help the next steps in your skincare routine work better. So they're going to prep your skin to be in the best condition to help the next lot of ingredients work more effectively. So they're basically like your skin's primer, a little hero product that makes everything else perform beautifully. And let's face it, you're probably spending money on the serums and the moisturizers, serums particularly. So you want to get your money's worth out of your expensive serum. Who should use a toner? Honestly, everyone can benefit from using one, but it's about getting the right toner for your skin type and your concerns. So if you've got oily or congested skin, you might want a toner to help control the excess oil and clear the pores more effectively. If your skin is really dry and sensitive, you might be looking for a hydrating or soothing toner, which can add comfort and moisture. They're called Milky toners now. And if your skin's aging or a little bit dull, you might want to think about an exfoliating toner to bring back a bit of radiance and smoothness. So it's not a one size fits all. It's about matching the toner to what your skin needs. So if you are struggling to work out what your skin needs or what your skin type is, then I'm going to pop a little link in the description to help you decide and work that out. So more about that at the end of the video. Another question, what types of toners are there out there? So I've touched on it briefly just there. So today you'll see three main types. There'll be essence type toners, which just look like water, really. They're like a cross between a toner and a light serum. They're watery, but they are packed with nutrients, antioxidants, and hydrating ingredients. They are a perfect choice if you've got dry skin or mature skin. And then we've got the Milky toners. So these are quite new to the market, I feel. And yeah, they look a little bit different. They're not quite what you're expecting. They're a milky texture. They feel really silky, comforting, and often they've got really nourishing ingredients in. So they might have things like fermented oats, niacinamide, alpine rose, and they're really ideal choice if your skin feels dry or tight or sensitive. And then the third main group of toners are exfoliating toners. So these contain gentle acids like the AHAs or BHAs, or maybe a combination of the two, to dissolve dead skin cells and reveal brighter, smoother skin. And who doesn't want that? So the exfoliating toners are brilliant for dull or uneven complexions. Most people find they probably only just need those a few times a week. So you might mix and match and use the exfoliating toner a few times a week and then in between one of the other toners. So how and when should I use a toner? It's demo time. So I'm going to go through the three different toners in the order that we've just talked about them there. So I'm going to go for a toning essence, and then I'm going to go for a milky toner, and then I'm going to go for an exfoliating toner. And there are different ways that you can apply toners. It might depend a little bit on the product you're using. It might depend a little bit on personal preference. It might change day to day. So let's just dive in. So the first one is the toning essence type toner. As you can see, it's just very watery. It's actually a clear fluid. The bottle is slightly blue there, but it's actually a clear, watery texture, that one. And I really love this type of toner. I would say this is a toner I use personally most often because it's really, really versatile and it does so much more than toning your skin. I love it because it's a spray. So during summer, we're in winter now, but during summer, if it's a hot day or if I was lying in bed at night feeling really hot, getting a bit of a hot flash, then it's just lovely because you can just spritz it over and you can't really overdo it. And you can spray it all over your body and it's just beautiful and cooling. Again, in summer, it's lovely to keep it in the fridge. So you've got an extra boost of cold when you need it. But just generally, normally, you could just spray it onto a cotton pad and then wipe it all over your face. I think that kind of wastes quite a bit of product because it all gets soaked up into the cotton pad. So one way to get around that is to actually dampen your cotton pad before you spray the toner on it. And then the toner will just sit on the top layer of the cotton pad and you won't need to use so much product. It doesn't dilute it down, it just means that it sits on there a bit better. My preferred method with this particular toner, you can't do it with all of them, so keep watching if you're going to choose one of the other toners. I love just to spritz this over my face. So I just do a quick spray over my face and then I will use the cotton pad to gently remove all the traces of the cleanser and prep my skin for the next product. So that's my preference. You let me know what you think about that and how you prefer to use it. So that's for your toning essence type toner. So the next type of toner is the milky toner, which I have to say I don't use a lot, but when I do, oh my goodness, my skin feels so silky smooth after using this product. I don't know if you can remember, what was that product? Was it called Anne French or something like that? It was like a cleansing milk anyway, wasn't it? So this isn't really a cleanser. It is a toner, but it's a milky toner. But it's a very, very light consistency, literally milky. So I'm going to pump a little bit onto my hand so you can literally see the consistency of it. So it's going to run down my hand because it is very, very liquidy. So how would I use this? Because it's like squirts out, you can't spray it onto your face. It's got to really go onto a cotton pad. So that's a cotton pad. Put a little bit on the cotton pad, You could dampen the cotton pad again. This one doesn't really soak in, it sits on the top, so you know that one's absolutely fine. Just realised I haven't brought a mirror into the room, so I've no doubt leaving some of this somewhere on my face. So that's an option with the Milky toners. The other option is because you don't wash them off, it's a toner, it's designed to stay on the skin. And this one does feel like it gives you a bit of a barrier. So that's another reason why it's great for sensitive skin. It's just going to help build that skin barrier up before you put the next product on. The other option with this is you can, again, put a little bit on your hand. And if you don't want to rub your skin because it's very sensitive, you can actually just tap it onto your face or just very gently rub it. So again, whatever works for you. I've got a double layer, a double layer of that on now. So it's probably just as well that I'm going to go on to the exfoliating toner now. Now, I think this is absolutely brilliant. Again, I don't know about you, but a teenager in the 80s, I thought an exfoliator had to be like the après scrub, and literally you'd scrub away at your face, you'd scrub away on your nose. We were probably doing a lot more damage than good at that point. So these exfoliating toners are brilliant because they're chemical exfoliators, which means, again, it's just a liquid formulation, but it's got very mild acids in there. So look for things like AHAs, BHAs. This one's got a combination of several acids in it. I love it. My skin isn't very sensitive, so I could probably get away with using this almost every day. It may or may not be a good thing. As we get older, our skin doesn't turn over as quickly. That's why we get the dullness in the skin. This helps to lift the top layer of dead skin cells, basically. So if you're feeling like your skin is a little bit dull, you want to get a bit of a glow back, exfoliating toner is fantastic. But it might be that you want to build up to using it more regularly. It might be that you want to alternate your days with one of the other toners. But it's brilliant just to keep on top of that dullness and just to keep on top of the dead skin cells. This one, it's not a spray. You don't want to get it near your eyes, this one. The other ones I could use close to the eye area. This one, avoid the eye area because of the acids that's in there. So it's a bit of a squirty pump. And I just put straight onto the cotton pad again. Again, you could dampen that cotton pad if you like. And then we're just going to sweep. So we're going all over the face. And not too near the eyes. And as with all skincare, we can take it down onto our neck, we can take it down onto our chest if that's exposed. You don't need to see that tonight. And that's the demo time. So as we've just seen, that's how I would use my toners. If you've got any questions about that, please pop it in the comments. Try not to rub the skin. It's really tempting, isn't it, when you've got a cotton pad to sort of rub and rub and rub and rub. If you're using a good quality toner, you don't need to do that. And then I do that morning and evening. Again, if it's an exfoliating toner, I wouldn't do that twice a day. But the standard toning essence toners, you can use those twice a day after cleansing your face. So is it really necessary to use a toner? It's not absolutely necessary, but I feel that if you want your skincare, the rest of your skincare, to perform at its best, a toner can really help. It's a little step, it can make a really big difference to how balanced and hydrated and radiant your skin feels. So even if you're using a gentle toner, it can help your skin feel really clean, really comfortable, and just get your skin ready for that next step. And honestly, I think once you start using one regularly, you'll notice that your skin just looks fresher. That's it for toners. They've come a long way. We've banished those harsh old formulas that were really alcoholic and really quite painful to use sometimes. And I think the new ones really do deserve a place in your skincare routine. Have I convinced you? If you'd like to find out more, if you want more information, please see the links in the description. I'm going to put lots of links in there, links to more information about toners. If you've got a question I haven't covered and it's not covered in the link, please pop it in the comments and I will get back to you, I promise. I'm going to be covering serums soon. So we've done cleansers, we've done the toners. The next step in your skincare routine is serums. If you've got any burning questions at all about serums, I would love to know. And then that way I can make sure that I answer them in my next video. So thank you so much for watching. It's fantastic that you're all here. Please do like and subscribe. It really does help me to grow this new channel. Got lots of exciting things planned for you. So please, if you can support me by liking and subscribing, it means a lot. And if you do need personalised skincare advice, please do look in the description for the link to my skincare consultation questionnaire. It's completely free, no obligation service. You've got nothing to lose. You might just get a whole new complexion. You fill in a few basic questions. It'll take you just 2 or 3 minutes. Comes to me. I personally analyse, no robots here. I'll do it for you and I'll just send you some top tips, perhaps some skincare product suggestions. And that's it. Thanks again. Bye for now.